Hi guys, I hope that you are finding yourself well. Today is the 17th of November. If it's your birthday, happy birthday and all that kind of stuff. I'm not doing a visual here on this video. I'm going to actually play a video from my audio channel that I just did. And so if you want to just listen to this, it was very profound. It's big energy today, people. It's really just big energy. It just keeps coming out on my table. I will put down 2 videos in the description box from 2 other of my channels. Now, originally I did a visual for you guys. I did not unlock it, but I am talking about some of that video that was originally done for this channel on my 3rd reading on my 3rd channel. And then I went over and did my audio channel, and big energy is still coming out. So I'm just going to play that message here, and I actually talk a little bit about the original video for y'all that I did, what came out in that with a candle. But anyway, something took place with the candle, and I actually talk about it. But I'm going to play this, and you guys just listen to this message, and if it resonates, it resonates. If not, then I guess it didn't. But here we go. Hi guys, hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for a daily audio tarot reading. If you're returning, welcome back. If you are brand new, listen, I'm just real spiritual. I don't put the spirit in a box. I do use living language and scripture in my readings because it's actually a part of the tarot. And a lot of people know that, a lot of people don't know that, but it is. And it's part of my lineage. I am actually from that lineage itself. And so anyway, if that's not something that you're looking for, then this is where you're going to depart, I guess. Otherwise, welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. Guys, there is big energy today. A huge energy. I'm going to lead you over to a reading on my YouTube channel. I have a couple of YouTube channels that I am daily on, and the energy was just continuing to come out, and it's huge. And if you're not on the upright side, you're out, people. You're out. You want to be wicked, you want to steal, you want to kill, you want to try to do some nasty, you're out. And we're going to be glad that you're out. But anyway, that's the type of energy that was literally coming out. Now, if you are new, I feel energy, okay? And I will not apologize for how Jehovah uses me, okay? He's called me to do this work to uproot the wickedness out of the earth, okay? He is Yeshua. He is salvation. And he is the one that I worship in this earth, okay? And he is my testimony, and he prophesies mightily through his people. He says, my sons and my daughters shall prophesy. And those are the ones that people have also stole things from, and he said, I'm going to give it all back, and he's going to make them come and bow to you and I. If you're in the upright, he's going to make your enemy bow to you and bring it back to you, okay? And that's the type of prophecy energy that we are finding ourselves in now. We are in the harvest. We know that. We can literally see the hand of the divine. The book of Revelation states that the dragon, would take out a bunch of people, and the dragon right now is China, and it is the pandemic going on. Now, however and why ever it's happening, the way that it's happening, it's still happening, people. It's still happening. So either you're going to get upright, and I'm not talking churchy, I'm talking about living upright, keeping the commandments of the Most High, stop stealing, stop killing, stop cheating people, or you're out, because we really are seeing a lot of people leave the earth. And not everybody who's dying is wicked, but a lot of the wicked are being shaken out of the earth, because that's scripture, okay? So anyway, let's get started. There's some huge energies coming out here. So we have the Strength card that just jumped out here. We have the Lovers card that just jumped out here. And some people do need some strength. They really do. Some people are needing to release some harsh judgments. There's been new births and things like that have taken place. And so people need compassion. They need forgiveness. There's decisions that need to be made. Okay, I got all kinds of cards that literally just jumped out at once. So I guess I'm taking all of those, and I'll just read them this way. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. That's a little spy. That's normally checking people out on the internet and things like that, but it could be a private investigator energy. Now, yesterday when I did a reading, we had that same energy coming out. the page of all the pages bring good news. This would be somebody, because it's air energy. If they are in the upright, they're very logical. And today on one of my other readings, the King of Swords was over the top of that reading. It was huge. I will just link you over to that channel if you want to take a look at that message. It was huge. You will not be able to subscribe to that channel, but I'll put 2 links down below in the comment section. One of those links to one of my YouTube channels, you will be able to subscribe. It's just that one of them you're just not able to, but you can access that page if I share a link. So anyway, but the King of Swords was over the top of that, and the energy was just real precise, because the King of Swords is, a matter of fact, that's just that. I'm putting a judgment on it, and if you don't like it, that's too bad kind of energy. And if he's in the upright, he would be truthful. And so we've got the page out here, which could be a private investigator. There's some type of challenging information probably for some people in a message that could be coming. Some people could be curious, because the page of swords can be a gossipy, I'm gonna check this out over here kind of stuff. But pages they can go back to children, and it could be like an impulsive type of energy. But if it is in the upright, it will be honest, okay? And even though the message might be challenging information, and there might be some delays or changes or in some type of plans, if it is in the upright, it will be truthful, and it will be delivered in that way, and it will just be without it'll just be precise. Okay, we have the wheel that's out here that also came out in that original reading that I was telling you guys about. We also have the Judgment card, the King of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the Lovers and the Strength, like I said at the top of this, as they begin to come out. So there's definitely choices being made, and something is challenging here. At the same time, the wheel is luck. When it comes out for us, it is also truth, and the wheel goes either way. The wheel is traveling. It is our higher mind in our chart. It goes back to it's real karmic energy. It's teaching and learning. It's spirituality. It can represent the husband and protection. It also can go to the law as well. This is some type of something positive is going to take place within a situation, regardless if something's challenging or not. When the wheel comes out, it turns in the way that it's supposed to, in favor of the truth. Something is going to suddenly just change just like that. The wheel is the yod in the Hebrew. It represents, it's the pictograph of the arm. It's the arm of the divine. It represents authority. It represents strength. And regardless of some type of challenging information or message, or some type of truth that needs to be delivered without tact or something like that, it's going to be truthful, and it's going to be matter of fact, and this is the way it's got to go, and there's going to be luck in it. There really is going to be luck in it, and some people are dealing with legal matters. The Judgment card is here, and that also can go back to FBI type of energy. So the Judgment is people returning. It's also very karmic. What's out here is huge karmic activity, reaping and sowing, cause and effect. You do this. This is your result in that. Somebody's really reviewing and evaluating something that's come right back around. Because, people, when we get the Judgment card in a reading, it represents that something has not been resolved in a situation. It keeps coming back for a reason. Karmic activity keeps happening for a reason, because people either want to push it down, I don't want to look at it, I'll just sit here and look at something, or I'll just listen to the gossip, but I don't want to really address it type of stuff. But now something's coming back around again, and as challenging as it is, the hand of the divine is going to make something turn, whether people like it or not. There has to be decisions out here, and somebody needs some great inner strength to release a harsh judgment that has either been made in the past, or a harsh judgment that needs to be made on the correct party that needs that judgment made. And it will be a truthful judgment, because if somebody wants to stand and they're crazy, they get judged that way. They don't want to forgive. Well, they're not going to get forgiveness from the great divine, and this is the judgment from his hand, and so goodbye type of energy is here. So it's time to move. in a new direction. The wheel is about traveling. The judgment card is things that have been hidden, but it's also people being released from the grave itself. It's a resurrection type of energy because it's coming back around for that judgment to take place. It could be family. This would be the letter Resh, the R. So we have the R and the Y out here. We also have the letter V and or a W is out here showing itself to me, and an H is also here. Somebody's name could be Ray or Rye or Ryan or something like that, or Roy. I'm seeing the phonics of these names show itself to me. Your name could be Raven as well. There's been a raw war within something that's taken place here. Because the Five of Cups is here. And somebody just been crying over spilled milk, and I don't want to push things down and hide things because the 8th house goes back to hidden money and treasure and sex and everything else. And that's what the judgment card goes back to, that house. Secret money, secret property, secret sexual things. This goes back to the occult as well. It's death energies. If somebody thought they were going to hide a death, you can't do that. And Jehovah's going to say whatever's in the dark is going to come to the light, whether you like it or not. And something happened on impulse with somebody, then it did. But somebody also tried to hide something here. And they've been crying over spilt milk because something just didn't turn out the way that they hoped for it to turn out. And somebody just couldn't see the positive in a situation. But yet here's the wheel in this reading, which will turn positively for the truth's sake, if you stand in the truth. Okay, and so there is a judgment today by the hand of the divine. It really is, my God, showing up in my readings today. It's huge. There's intimate relationship, hard judgments being made. Some people have been dealing with third-party outside situations. Their cups fell over, and somebody's been really carefully weighing out a decision to be made within this. Some people are dealing with health issues as well, is what the Spirit stated. The King of Pentacles goes back to somebody. If he's in the upright, he's very grounded. This could be a boss, a father, an uncle, any masculine energy that's just real grounded. He's very generous. He's very professional. He would be giving because he would have it to give, and he wouldn't have a problem opening up his purse strings and say, here, you need something, and he'll be practical in it. He would be practical in it and very responsible with it as well. And somebody has been carefully weighing out something, maybe, like I said, for maybe even for health's sake, because it's pentacles. It is anything. The pentacles go back to anything that you could touch or taste or handle. It's carnal type energy, but it's very practical and grounded energy. Now, if this King of Pentacles is in the negative, he's stubborn, he's greedy, he's got money to pay off anybody who wants to go do a murder if he wanted to. Okay, he's nasty, and these are the type of people that the divine said, I don't want you in my earth anymore, and you're being removed because we really are in the harvest right now. So people are either going to make a thing right and weigh out their decision, or good night, your light's been turned out. Actually, on one of my readings today, as I was shuffling the cards, I had a candle going and it went out. And as soon as it went out, the Spirit stated somebody's light went out. Now, we have scripture talking about people being twice dead. There are some people that are literally in the earth, people, and they're already dead. They've already made a choice. They didn't want to walk upright or be upright. Even if they fell down, their pride was just out of the wazoo. Just I don't want to look at it, can't look at it, because if somebody knew I did this, and by God that, and so their light went out and they're dead. And then when they do leave the earth, they're twice dead. They don't ever get to rise again. They just don't. But when that candle went out today, that's exactly what came out of my spirit. Somebody's leaving the earth today. Somebody's leaving the whole universe today to never shine again. And as soon as I gave that word, the death card came out. Well, that goes right back to where the sun is at right now in Scorpio energy. It's death there. All right, and so in this reading, though, we have the judgment card, which would be the opposite side of that, people rising. Okay, you and I get to rise again whenever we are walking in the truth, and even if we've had milk that has spilled over from third parties, you're still willing to make it and work it through in the truth. And yes, I'm hurt, and you did this to me, and yeah, it was a filthy, nasty mess, but I'm willing willing to forgive, because if I don't forgive, I'm never going to be forgiven either. And I'm going to put that type of judgment on it, and I'm going to weigh it out carefully in how I walk so that I don't fall down again or get into relationships I should have never been in the beginning anyway. And so people got choices to make today, people, because it's huge. It really is huge. Something is so big today, and it's going to play out physically, emotionally, naturally, mentally, spiritually for any given person, but it's still a judgment day on something. And some people are literally leaving the universe today, and some people are literally going down to the lower parts of the earth. That puts a fear in me as a person, but that's just me. I fear the great one. I fear the great one, people. I really do. So we've got the Six of Cups also out here, and the Six of Cups is about nostalgia. There's somebody just like in their mind about something in the past, or childhood stuff, or some type of history that's taken place, or a blast from the past. Oh, I remember when you just feel this way with somebody. But somebody's also been crying over spilt milk. It's time to get over that crap now. It really is time to speak. The Page of Swords is about speaking, and just be honest. This is what happened. I was impulsive about this thing. I tried to bury it. I tried to hide what I felt or what I thought I didn't feel at the time, and I put a bad judgment, and this happened here, and all I could do is just sit here and freaking just think about it all the time, and I kick myself, and then it just keeps coming back up and up and up in me, and I keep pushing it down, and now I've been weighing it out. I'm going to speak today, and you need to get up and speak today, regardless how challenging the crap is, people. The wheel's moving in a very positive way if you get up on the right side and do the right thing and say. So the Judgment card and the Six of Cups is basically the same energy. It's people coming back around, and they both go back to forgiveness energy, and the truth sets you free. Whatever it is, people. It's huge. It really is huge. Let me just take some homemade words here out of a homemade deck. Well, first of all, let me see what's hidden here. Let me take another deck and just see what you need to know that's hidden to help you make this decision that you've been, or somebody around you is doing this to you, whatever this energy is for any given person, what you need to know about what's hidden so that you can make a decision from. If you're the party that's going to get the conversation, you need to weigh it out in truth and figure out what you're going to do. If somebody comes with some hard information and they're asking for forgiveness and they really are being genuine, and you will know if somebody's genuine or not, if they're going to look down if they can't look you right into the pupils of your eyes, something wrong with that, people. Regardless, if somebody really wants forgiveness, they will open up. Regardless how challenging the information is, they really will open up with the truth, and they'll say. If not, they'll still try to hide this or that, or stumble around or whatever, and then you'll know how to put a judgment on that. You just will. So let's see what's in the hidden that you need to know about. Either if you're the party that needs to go with the conversation, or you need to be the one weighing out something about what you're hearing. So we have the Ship that just came out. This is about traveling, and the Wheel is also about traveling as well. Give me just a second. Sorry about that, guys. The Wheel is also about traveling. This is distance with the Ship when it comes out. Some type of transition. Obviously, there is a transition. Sorry about that, guys. Because when the Wheel in the Hand of the Divine comes out, it's turned. Something just literally just turned. Messages. There are messages coming, people. There really are. So the message could be about something that took place within some type of a trip that happened, or the message could be about moving, or the message could be about something that took. Maybe something foreign is here. I'll just say it that way, because the Ship represents something foreign, and so does the Wheel. Foreign people, foreign places, and that is what we're dealing with the pandemic right now as well, and that's comes over here from foreign places, right, from China. So the Ship is cross seas type stuff, but this is something to do with the Wheel itself within a transportation, your actual car wheel. The conversation could be about that. Something's hidden about that you need to weigh out, whatever that is. You're getting the Ship now. Let me just say that obviously something evil has taken place for some people because somebody's been crying over spilt milk. There's been third parties for a lot of people, and something was impulsive. So obviously you don't need forgiveness unless something's happened. Some people have died because the judgment energy is here, and that's people raising from the dead. So there's death energies here. Actually, the strength card in the Hebraic living language is the chet. It's the letter. It's spelled HHET. Chet, and you have to use the back of your throat for Hebrew. But it represents a judgment as well. It's passing from one space to the next. Okay, and somebody's child could have died because we have a page as a child energy, and then we've also got the chet. It would go back. It's a strength card, and that house would be the fifth house that holds that in the deck. That goes back to children and love and romance and stuff like that as well. So if somebody on a trip died, or something happened within a trip, or somebody's child got killed or murdered, or an accident took place, and that's what's happened. But the ship, the word ship in the Hebrew, that word is a venomous snake that lifts its head up. Something has been really bad in a situation for some people. That's why they've been trying to carefully weigh out what the decision and how to come and speak, because something's been really bad for some people, and they've released really harsh judgments possibly in the past with something. They need forgiveness, or you need forgiveness, or there needs to be some type of compassion, because something is real venomous here within something. And let's take another card. So we've got the mice, and we've got the writer. Well, we definitely got travel stuff out here that's hidden. I've been picking up for a while. Some people have been trying to make a decision about traveling, and or there's something hidden here about something that took place on a travel trip. There's news here. The writer goes back to news and messages and ideas and inventions of some kind. Somebody gonna come talk about some type of an invention that was made possibly, and then there was some type of thievery around that. The mice goes back to theft. It also goes back to stress, and what's hidden is some type of problems or stress or some type of mistake, or there's some type of a chaos type of an energy that could be hidden within the person. It's really hard for this person to come speak, especially if they're prone to being stubborn. Earth energy can be stubborn. We have one person out here as a court card, and that is the king. We have two. We have the page as a court card, and the king of pentacles as a court. So we have two court cards, and yet we also have the letter Resh is the head, the man, the boss, the chief, and then the wheel of fortune would be the yod, which represents authority, and that's also the ninth house. Go back to the husband. So obviously, some people are dealing with their bosses. Some people are dealing with the firstborn, because the Resh can also represent the firstborn. Some people are dealing with protection issues, and the law is out here. We've got private eyes and secret investigative stuff out here. Somebody's planning or plotting something here. It's also in the hidden. We've got the crossroad card. Somebody's at a crossroad for a decision. There's some type of an alternative or escape or something like that that's in the hidden space here. Let's just let the divine through my hands pick some words here. What do you want to say, Yehovah? So yeah, you could make it up if you wanted to. And you should never want to, because Jehovah can speak for himself. I got way too much footage to prove that he's magnificent, and he is just over the top beautiful. My hands picked a card that goes back to a jurisdiction of a judge or a lord or a province is here. On the other side, so somebody does need to make a judgment. That's huge. So some type of judgment is being weighed out for conversation, and it's hard energy here to need to be released upon maybe even a group of people. I don't know. There's somebody's in some type of stress though in what's hidden, or there obviously there's been stress around a situation. Obviously, there's been some type of loss and worries, and there's been a lot of anxiety around some stuff because there's been lies here. The mice represent lies. On the other side, we have over the top favor. Okay, well, we got protection here in something. Pick another one for me, Jehovah. All all who call upon Jehovah shall be saved. And it states here that Jehovah is Yeshua. He's salvation. He is. On the other side of this card, it says, scornful men bring a city into a snare. Well, we have authority here. We have judges here as well, and a judgment. We have a jurisdiction showing up here in a providence that got picked through the hand of the divine, through my hands. And it states here that scornful men bring a city, a whole city. Now listen to me, people. On my third reading that I did today on my third channel, we had a country show up. And that actually also showed up in the first reading, so it confirmed itself. Okay, we got not just cities being judged by the hand of the divine people. We got a country, or somewhere out in the country, or somebody lives in the country, or something happened in the country within this conversation of what needs to happen. But this scripture is coming out. It states that scornful men brought some type of a snare to a city. But it states here that wise men will turn away wrath. And so you either going to get up and do the right thing and forgive and release these harsh judgments and have compassion on something, or you're going to bring your own city into a snare. Okay, so if you're in some type of an authority figure over any kind of thing, over a business, maybe you are a judge, maybe I'm talking to a freaking judge, I don't know who I'm talking to, but you and I have to judge a thing within ourselves more than anything, and that's by way of Jehovah and Jehovah only. So the last card that I'm picking here, there's two sides on these cards. One of them says that you have the key to my heart, and somebody who needs forgiveness and they're in love, and somebody has the key to somebody's heart and they're stressed out about, you know, something's taking place on a trip, or the conversation about some type of transportation, or the will of something, or some type of they're just trying to navigate in truth for some people, and somebody does have the key to somebody's heart and they know it, and they're just really trying to figure out how to escape something that's taken place so that they can be released and be forgiven, and they need compassion, people, or you do, or they do, or whatever, however it's playing out for you. On the other side of this, the last message here is that Jehovah is in his holy temple, and Jehovah's throne is in heaven, and his eyes behold, and his eyelids try the children of men. Jehovah's tries the righteous, but the wicked and him that loves violence, his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares and fire and brimstone and a horrible tempest, and this shall be the portion of their cup. Jehovah loves righteousness, and his countenance beholdeth the righteous. And this is why we're seeing plagues in the earth and wicked leaving the earth, because the divine states that the righteous will remain in the earth and the wicked will be cut out of it. So if you don't forgive, you're not going to be forgiven, you're out. Because Jehovah's brought some really big energy for today. He ain't playing around. He's just not playing around. Either you're going to do the right thing and give favor and honor where honor's due, and forgive and weigh out a matter that's going to also pay out for you. Or here comes something really big and bright. It's going to make you scream when you see the light, because you're piercing the Most High when you don't walk in kindness and love and acknowledge him, people. You just, you screw yourself. You really, really do. Here comes the fire and brimstone for somebody today. And got to get out of the ego. You really got to get out of the ego and the false sense of entrapment. The devil card is right underneath this page here. But the devil card is also, it's bosses, it's hardship, it's feeling like you're just trapped down and there's restrictions and everything else. But the devil card is the samach and or the sin in the Hebraic living language. It represents, in the upright of the devil card, it represents divine grace. Otherwise, we know what happens to the devil. He's going down to hell for eternity, and he's going to get locked up, and the key's going to get thrown away. So, and somebody says, you got the key to my heart. You're either going to open up or you're going to depart. And that's the message today, people. It really is. It's huge energy coming out. I'll put a couple of videos down below. Until next time, shalom.